Hey. Today I'm going to be trying another easy recipe. This one my mom actually sent to me because it's one that they had tried not that long ago and it sounded really good, so I had to try this out. This is pepperoncini pork roast. You can see there aren't very many ingredients, but we have a decent amount of seasonings, and there's also no preparation required, so this is very straightforward when it comes to putting it together. The vegetables, actually, we just kind of add on the side. I thought I could add those in, but we don't throw those in with the rest of the stuff, so I'll just cook those by themselves later. The total for all of these was barely $10.65. So that's pretty easy for a decent sized meal, I guess. Yeah. I had most of the seasonings already, so I didn't need to buy too much stuff. Other than that, I guess I can just throw everything together. So just two things to note. I changed up the seasonings a little bit because what the recipe calls for is like a very tiny amount of seasonings, and I know from past experience that that usually doesn't really add any flavor. So I just kind of increased the size of most of them. Other than that, I used the hot banana pepper rings, so they're already cut up. This is a 12-ounce jar, so it has about a cup of liquid in it with the pepper rings, so it works out that you can just dump that in without having to measure. So yeah, that's about it. At this point, we just cook it on low for 8 hours. So I will see you this evening. We did it, we're done. We don't even need to add anything to this. We can just go ahead and shred it and then eat it at this point. But let's first see how we did. Ooh, spicy. That smells really good. I'm excited to try this one out, so let's go ahead and shred it and then put it together. And here we are with our final product. Of course, it doesn't look like too fancy because there's not really any toppings or much that goes into this, so it's just kind of plain, but it smells really good, so I'm excited to try this. Okay, thanks for watching, and feel free to try this out. You know the drill. Let me know how it goes for you. Well, update time. So this one was really good. I enjoyed it. The first thing to note is this doesn't make a lot, so you'd probably need to double everything if you're making this for a large group of people, because for me that was kind of small, like maybe even smaller than some of the other small ones. But other than that, the jar of banana peppers, I think at a minimum you might want to use the larger jar, so the 16-ounce instead of the 12-ounce. But I'd say maybe even double up the jars so that you have more, because it gives you a lot more, just more peppers in general. That way it's an equal ratio of pepper to pork. But speaking of the pork, the cut I got had like an awful amount of fat on it, so maybe get a better cut of pork next time, or a different cut of pork that doesn't have so much fat on it, because that was just kind of like bleh, like big fat globs on it. But other than that, the amount of seasonings was good. You can always add a little bit more if you want more flavor, but I think that was a good amount to start with. So yeah, thanks.